Hello, it is Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about the next DLC for GTA Online called Finance and Felony, and also talking about a release date that Rockstar released today. And so today, Rockstar put out a post on their newswire talking about the new DLC, which I think is actually going to be called Further Adventures in Finance and Felony. And they talk about that, and I will leave a link in the description to that post on their newswire. And I'm going to talk about that newswire post in this video. So they say, first off, that the DLC is probably going to be called Further Adventures in Finance and Felony. Most people, myself included, just thought it was going to be called Finance and Felony. But they say, a giant leap up the corporate ladder following the VIP experience of executives and other criminals. The Finance and Felony update gives players the opportunity to expand their organization and become a CEO of their own criminal enterprise. So I want to start right there saying that most likely they're going to be getting rid of the VIP system, or they're going to be still having the VIP system, but also adding in the CEO system, which sounds much more enticing than the VIP system. One of my main problems with executives and our criminals was that the VIP was like, it didn't feel like that actually like you owned an organization. Personally, to me, the Executives and Other Criminals organization system just felt like a club or like a squad of people rather than like an actual organization. So we'll have to see what goes on with that. They also put out a screenshot which shows off a little bit of the more apartment customization that we'll probably be seeing here. Maybe this is just for the CEO, like warehouse and stuff, or maybe you can buy this yourself. We'll have to see on that, but it looks pretty cool. And it definitely feels different than what we've seen before with the apartments, which is very, very nice. And next up is one of the new supercars that will be coming out with this DLC, and that's called the Pegasi Reaper. And this will be a new supercar in GTA Online. Well, at least we think it's a supercar. It may be a sports car, but really Pegasi, they don't really make sports cars, so I think for the most part it's going to be a supercar. It looks a lot like a supercar. Now, I don't know what car this is based off of, so if you do, let me know that in the comments. But it honestly looks a lot like the Zentorno, kind of mixed with a little bit of like a cheetah kind of look. Honestly, it looks very cool. I'm pretty excited for this car, although it does seem to take a lot of inspiration from the Zentorno, at least from the front. And I'm not the biggest fan of the Zentorno look, so we'll have to see what this car will look like, especially from the back and stuff. And we'll also have to see how fast this thing is, if it will be better than like the Osiris and T20 and stuff like that. And they also say, acquire a high-rise office and special warehouse properties to begin buying and selling a range of contraband across the city, all while fighting the LSPD and the rest of Southern San Andreas criminal underworld for access to the rarest items and the biggest profits. One thing that I already noticed is that they say rarest items. We'll have to see, will this mean that there's actually like rare items and stuff like that? We'll have to see what that means. And also, it seems like you're going to be able to get a lot of money here in this update. I mean, Executives and Other Criminals, you could get quite a bit of money from the VIP system if you did it correctly. And we'll have to see what you can get money-wise here. Although I'm guessing that the CEO will have to have a lot of money to, have an organization. So we'll have to see what goes on with that. They say Further Adventures in Finance and Felony combines all new gameplay with a host of new vehicles, exciting new features, and much more. They say this is going to be one of the biggest and deepest updates that they've ever added to GTA Online. And then so finally, I want to talk about the release date for this update, which will be coming out on June 7th. So that will be about 2 weeks from now, so get your money ready. On June 7th, that's whenever this DLC will be coming out. And one thing about this newswire post is they didn't detail too much information about what will be coming out in this DLC. And that will be coming out next week. So next week, there's going to be a new trailer. We don't know what day that's going to be on. But there's also going to be more information on probably the new vehicles, the new weapons, other stuff on this DLC. So I'm excited for that. I'm actually very excited for this DLC. I think it could be one of the best DLCs if they, stick to what they know from Executives and Other Criminals and improve on that. And so, while yes, they didn't really detail too much in this particular newswire post, they will be talking about that more in the next week. So, expect information on that, and check on my channel for more information on this DLC once that becomes available. And so, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Like I said, if you do want to go check out the newswire post, then there will be a link in the description. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Are you excited for this DLC? What would you like to see in this DLC? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback's always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.